Hello Tim friends, and welcome back to the Timverse. So today I just wanted to have a little talk, primarily about the algorithm, and a Tim thought that I've come to call the commodification of creativity. So what does that mean? What am I even talking about? So I guess first, let's lay some groundwork. We have the algorithm, right? And I'm sure you've probably heard all about that from other YouTubers or other content creators or what have you. As a former software engineer, I feel like I do actually have a little bit of expertise in this area, and someone who uses the platform on a daily basis, I do think I have some insight into how it works. So first of all, an algorithm is essentially just a bunch of steps in a process. So say you wanted a robot that makes you toast. You would program an algorithm into the robot that would pick up a piece of bread and put it in a toaster and start the toaster and then take out the toast. And that would be your algorithm. Depending on what code you use, etc., the intricacies of how you would actually go about doing that depends on all of the specifics of the hardware and software you use. But in general, an algorithm is just a set of steps created by a software engineer or programmer in order to do a specific set of tasks to create a desired outcome. And so the algorithm that all the YouTubers always talk about is the one that is getting people to watch their videos, getting you to click on their thumbnails and see their titles. And that's why they always want you to subscribe and to like and to watch through the whole video, because all of these advanced metrics using statistics are the things that drive the algorithm and help people find your content and your channel, etc., etc. And so the thing about that is it makes all content creation platforms really heavily analytics driven. So things like clicks and views and watch time and likes and thumbs ups and thumbs downs all contribute to the overall score per se of your video. And these are all time-based and metric-based and are averaged against your channel and other channels and so on across different platforms and categories and all the different ways that they use keywords to match your video to other similar videos and your channel to other similar channels and all of that stuff. And so the actual YouTube algorithm is an extremely complex beast that takes into account dozens, if not hundreds, if not thousands of different individual statistics that actually add up to a sort of final score for each individual viewer that may or may not want to see your video. So every time that a video shows up on your feed by anybody, from anybody, about anything, you actually actively participate in the algorithm showing that video potentially to anybody else in the future, because whether or not you watch it, and then if you do watch it, whether or not you stay through the whole thing, whether or not you like it or dislike it, all of those things become contributing factors to the final performance of that video. And so YouTube and Instagram, and I don't use TikTok, but probably TikTok, all of these platforms are not shy about this fact that they use metrics and analytics to make everything sort of work, and that's what really drives the machine forward and allows people to find your content or discover your videos or whatever terminology they use. That's how people end up watching what you create. And as a creator, I've found that the way that they show these metrics and the way that you are just munged through the machine, through this algorithm, it just completely destroys your creativity, because you can create things that you really feel are interesting and exciting and are genuinely meaningful to you as a person, as a creative individual, and you don't have that clickbaity thumbnail, like that kind of stuff. If you don't have that, if you don't have the all caps title, the like, this is the best thing ever, whatever, then it's like people don't know to watch your video because they're trained by that same algorithm that, oh, these videos are attention grabbing and the thumbnails are attention grabbing and the titles are attention grabbing. And so, clickbait, it works. There's a reason why all of the big YouTubers, all of the huge channels, almost all of them use very similar styles in their thumbnails, in their titles, in the way that they word things, in the things that they show, in the things that they highlight, because all of that stuff is driven by the algorithm, in turn driven by you, the viewer. And the thing about it is, like, I really feel like it's just a huge race to the bottom. And here's where my title comes in, that is the commodification of creativity. Okay, so the way I see it, there are sort of two camps of content creators. And of course, there's blur between the two. But essentially, there are people who create for money and people who create for passion. And, ideally, you would fit in both of these camps so that, you can create things that are really meaningful to you and at the same time can drive a large audience and create meaningful connections and so on and so on. And then you get money and you get paid and you can continue living in this capitalist-driven world as a creative, right? But the thing is that generally, if you just create things that you are personally interested in, it will take you a very long time to actually gain traction with an audience unless you just happen to stumble upon the right thing and go viral or get lucky, or you pay the right companies with the right amount of bots to boost your traffic in the right amount of ways, which again sort of falls back into that creating for money camp. And so back to this, the commodification of creativity. So what do I mean by that? So to commodify something is to essentially turn it into a commodity, a good to be bought and sold. And that's really what I feel like all of these algorithms are doing to all the creatives. Like, you obviously are a YouTube viewer, you use the platform, you probably are subscribed to dozens of different creators because that's how YouTube works. And I'm sure at some point there has been somebody that you really like what they were doing, you subscribed, you watched all their videos, you loved it. Maybe it was some really niche thing like crocheting or windsurfing, or maybe it was just daily vlog stuff or cooking strange foods. But over time, their channel sort of devolved into all the sort of general clickbaity kind of stuff that you see everywhere else. And then eventually you get so tired of it, you just unsubscribe because they no longer seem inspired, you no longer get that spark or that enjoyment out of watching their content, and they've just sort of been reduced to appealing to the lowest common denominator, to the highest paying thumbnail, to, whatever it is that no longer resonates with their core audience. And in a nutshell, that's it. That's the commodification of creativity. That's what I'm talking about. It's that these social media platforms, these creatively driven platforms, are propped up entirely by the creatives that create the content, and yet the platform that enables them to continue to exist and create and share with people is constantly shoving in their face all of the analytics and saying, this video did better than your last 9 videos. This video did worse than all of your other videos. This video is attracting more viewers than usual. This video is doing worse than almost all of your other videos. People stopped watching after 30 seconds. People stopped watching after 2 minutes. This kind of stuff, like, it's just noise and noise and noise and so much data. And then YouTube constantly has all these little tips and tricks like, oh, this video is popular, try making another video like that. And I'm not saying that's wrong or bad, or anybody who does that is wrong or bad, but I personally feel like it really does stifle creativity. It stifles your ability to freely express yourself in the way that you want to, the stuff that you want to make and you want to do, because you feel like, oh, if I don't get those views, then I'm wasting my time. If I don't get paid X amount of dollars, then this video idea isn't even worth doing. But when you lose that passion for what you're creating, then it's just a business, right? Like, are you even doing anything? Are you even doing something for your own sake, for the sake of your viewers? Are you doing something that is making any kind of difference? Are you doing something that is actually artistic creative expression? And not to say that everything ever has to be super creative and bring something new to the table, but I really do think that it creates this atmosphere that oppresses true, real creativity. The ideas that you have, that you want to express and share, that can spark change, that can spark conversation, that can bring about new ideas and new thoughts to new audiences and new people, and hopefully propel us forward. as human beings, right? I mean, to me, that's what art is all about. And to me, that's exactly what runs counterintuitive to the algorithm. Like, I remember a few months ago, I attended this talk for Asian American creators in the YouTube community. And they had this one guy, honestly, I don't even remember his name, but he's an extremely popular TikTok star. All of his videos get like millions of views, and he does little comedy skits. And, nothing against him. That's cool. If you like that, if people like that, that's fine. That's not my bag, but, you do you. But see, here's the thing. In his talk, what he was saying was, once you find something that works, once you find something that grabs an audience, just hammer that point home. Like, say you have a video that goes viral or something, right? Like, oh, getting so scared playing Phasmophobia or something like that. Then he's like, there you go, right there. You have 10 new video ideas. Just put the same exact concept, but play a different game, right? Or the same exact concept, but say you got so scared watching this movie, right? And it's like, boom, now you had one video that was popular, and you can just expand that into so many other videos by copying the exact same concept and just running with it. And it's like, no, I mean, from a business perspective, that's great advice. Like, your video is popular, that's why people liked you, so do it again. Just do it again, just slightly change it, and more people will watch it, right? But the flip side of that is that now people sort of peg you as, oh, that one guy who plays scary games and his thumbnail is like, and then you feel creatively pigeonholed into creating that same video over and over, and you maybe become just like a streamer that plays horror games all the time. Again, there's nothing wrong with that if you really enjoy doing that, if you're really passionate about that, and you find a way to engage with your fans that way. But the thing is that I feel like more so than not, people get sucked into that trap of, okay, this video is popular, so let me just keep making that same thing over and over and over and over again, because that's what finally, made me some money, and so on. And it's like, at some point, I just feel like you're beating a dead horse, like you've lost the magic. You've lost the magic. You've lost the passion. You've lost the ideas that really drove you into creating things in the first place. And, I don't know, like the thing is like, I'm not disparaging people who only make one kind of video. Because if that's something that's important to you and you find a way that works for you, that resonates with other people, then that's amazing. That's a great thing. What I'm talking about is how all of these statistics and analytics create this real race to the bottom, where it becomes this thing where almost anybody who creates any kind of content is just trying to chase the high of the most popular video, no matter what it is at all. It could be anything. And it's just like, what are you even doing at that point? Like what are you creating? Why are you even on the platform anymore? And again, none of this is to disparage other people. These are just my concerns, my thought process as a somewhat, experienced, but still somewhat newish content creator. That's a loaded term, but maybe that's the best way to describe what I do, right? And so I don't know, I guess you could call it a rant. I guess you could call it just empty rhetoric. You could call it lamenting, complaining, whatever it is. I just feel like it's something that I needed to say. I needed to express that to you guys. But those are just the thoughts that have been on my mind lately. I've wanted to make this video for a while. I just wasn't sure exactly what I wanted to say and how I wanted to get it across. As somebody watching this video, as one of my subscribers, one of my viewers, I'm sure you're well aware that I'm not really a big YouTuber at all. I don't have a ton of subscribers. Most of my videos don't get a lot of views. And I just wanted to let you all know sort of the other side of YouTube, of content creation, I guess. All these statistics and analytics and the algorithm, they have this real knack for just grinding creativity into the dust. I come in here with all these ideas and passions and stuff I want to share with all of you guys, and YouTube just does such a great job of making me feel terrible whenever my videos don't get a lot of views or likes or whatever. Yeah, I don't know, it just sucks, I guess. That's all. It just sucks, So yeah, I mean, what's the point of all this? Why did I even tell you all this? Well, basically, I'm done. I'm done with the algorithm. I want to keep creating videos. I mean, that's why I came here in the first place. I want to keep pursuing that passion and create whatever's interesting to me. But I am so tired of looking at analytics and trying to figure out what people want and creating stuff based on that. It's too much, it weighs so heavily on me. And I'm sure I'm not alone when I say that. I'm sure there are so many other people that are just so tired of trying to jive with the algorithm, the great machine that keeps everything running, that makes you show up on other people's feeds. I'm tired of it. I'm just so tired of it. And yeah, I mean, that's partly why my recent videos have just been vlogs and stuff. It's not so much that I'm giving up on video essays. I mean, I still love video essays. It's just that my life was so crazy lately with all kinds of stuff going on personally, family issues, and I just didn't have the time or energy to really put forth doing all the normal research and effort that goes into those videos. I don't know, I'm just tired. One of my subscribers in the Discord somewhat recently was saying that it's my channel, right? And I know what I want out of it. And sometimes I wish I did know what I want out of it. But I guess really the main thing is I just like making stuff and I like sharing it with people. When I started this venture, I had hoped that at some point that could help sustain my lifestyle, right? That this could become an income source that could support me if people felt that it was something interesting and engaging and worth keeping around, then I would be able to make a living doing it, right? And I'm not saying that that's impossible, but just based on the way things are and have been, if that were to happen, it will be sometime far off in the future. So I don't know, I like making videos, I like being creative, I like creating new things, I like sharing ideas and thoughts with all of you guys, and I like making video essays and I like making vlogs, and I like experimenting and doing new things and trying new stuff. I guess at some point I will probably have to go back and find a real job to help sustain my family as we grow. We might be looking to have kids as early as next year. So at that point, if I do find a new job, the videos and stuff will probably inevitably taper off as I have less time and so on. So between now and then, if you like my videos, if you like the stuff that I'm doing, you can help out with the algorithm. It helps to watch videos right when they come out and to give it thumbs up, because that kind of stuff tells the algorithm I should show this to more people faster and earlier. And then, the biggest thing that I'm always fighting against is the view count, because I have such few subscribers and such few regular viewers that my videos get very low amounts of views, which then means that people don't watch it. Because, honestly, think about when you look for videos to watch, which ones do you watch? You watch the ones with the most views. You generally don't watch videos that have less than 500 views, less than 100 views. You probably think instinctively that for some reason those videos aren't good because nobody's watched them. And that's the sort of chicken or egg problem that all of my videos face. It's people don't watch it because there are no views, but then there are no views because people don't watch it. So if you want to support the channel, please watch the videos, give them thumbs up, and that may be the last time you hear me say that for a long time, because I'm just sick of catering to the algorithm. I'm sick of asking people for likes and views and subscriptions and stuff. I hate that. I've always hated that. I don't know, I just don't like it. I just like making stuff. And if you want to watch it, that's great. If you like it, even better. But I'm just not about that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that person that likes asking people for stuff. That's just not who I am. It's never who I've been, and I'm bad at it. I don't like it, and I don't do it as often as I should to grow the channel. I try expanding to different platforms. I try making short form content. I try doing the stuff, and I'm just sick of it. I'm just sick of it. It's not what I came here to do. It's not why I come back, and every time I cater to the algorithm, I die a little bit inside, a little bit more each day, and so I'm done with it. I'm done with the algorithm. That doesn't mean I'm done making videos. I'll keep making videos because I love you guys, and I love sharing with you guys, and I love that you guys sometimes like the stuff that I make. I think that's awesome, and thank you for that. Like, really, seriously, sincerely, genuinely, thank you. All of you that are watching this video and any of my other videos, I say thank you because it really does mean a lot to me. And to make that genuine connection is really what drives me forward, what propels me forward. You know, sharing ideas, sharing thoughts, opening conversations. That is the goal of Tim Thoughts, right? Tim Thoughts has just become sort of a log of my life and my thoughts and my ideas about many different things spanning many different topics. And what do I want out of the channel? What I want is to continue creating, continue engaging with you, and I want to continue opening up and creating new conversations and introducing more people to more great things and ideas and concepts that will hopefully broaden and expand your mind. And that is Tim Thoughts. That's what this channel is. That's what it's always been about, and I think that's what it always will be about at the end of the day. I'm sick of the algorithm. I'm done with it. I don't know. I don't have some like grand conclusion to this talk. It was all sort of off the cuff. I don't even know how much of this will actually make it into the final video. But you know, thank you for watching this entire video. It's probably long. Thanks for listening, you know. Thanks for being a part of the Tim Thoughts community. If you want to talk more about stuff like this, join the Discord. We got some great people in there, and we have some great conversations about all kinds of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that was all that I had to say. So thank you guys, and we'll be back to some more regularly scheduled programming soon. So yeah, I'll see you guys all in the next one.